right, well, thank you so much for joining me this evening. My name is Tiffany. If this is your first time joining me, I have been teaching with VYP for about, maybe going on 4-5 years now, but I'm an Army veteran, and thank you all for your service as well, everyone joining us. I think I just reposted some of the items that we need in the chat, so please, if you need time to grab them, just take your time, all right? But always make sure you have some water. If you don't have anything else, have your water, okay? So I'm gonna take a seat. And please let me know if my voice is echoing because I had to use my laptop too in order to record. Okay. All right. So when you are ready, then I'll ask that you just have a seat with me and breathe at your normal pace right now as we start to slow down our busyness. So take a few deep breaths in at your own pace. As we start to take the deep breaths, make sure they're coming from the diaphragm, breathing through the nose. If you'd like to join me in just placing your hands over your chest, if your heartbeat is still racing, it will soon calm down. We're just going to give a little gratitude here for this evening, for allowing us to have this time and this space together. And am I hearing echo? Yeah, this mic should not be on. Okay. So now we're going to start to increase the pace of our breath work, and synchronizing it with our movement. So I'm gonna invite you to place one hand over your abdominal area, one hand over your heart. And as we take a deep breath in together, I'm gonna ask that you focus on the parts of your body that move with that deep breath, exhaling through the nose. We're gonna take 3 more together. So inhaling, hand should be under the navel, and exhale. Another deep breath in together. And as you'll notice, the flow of the diaphragm moving up under the rib cage, the chest, filling the lungs, the chest expanding. And for me, I tend to sit up straight so my chin comes up and my shoulders broaden as well. Exhale. But for you on the next breath, just pay attention to focus on your body and what moves as you breathe. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to center with that breath and find a vocal point, something straight ahead that you can just focus on as you take that breath. And I'm going to ask that you notice if those same parts of your body move in the same sequence as we inhale and exhale. As your heart rate slow down any, inhaling again. And exhale. Is your spine straightening? Are you sitting up taller? Do you feel as though from your head you're pulling or moving towards the ceiling? Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, last one before we add on. Inhaling. And this time notice with the exhale, vice versa, just the opposite. Your chest, your lungs, your diaphragm, and into your abdominal area. Okay, so hopefully that gave us a moment to settle in, to settle down in our space as we prepare to move to add on to our practice for this evening. So I'm going to ask that as we inhale this time, we engage our arms. So as we inhale, we're going to bring both arms up over our head, beside our ears, inhaling. And as you exhale, slowly drop your arms. You're doing the same thing here as our diaphragm comes up and the air fills our lungs. We're doing the same thing with our arms now, just feeling how our body transitions. Do you sit up taller? Let's try that again. Let's inhale and exhale. Nice and slow, long exhalation. And if you need to drop the arms faster because you're out of air, then just do so. Just do so calmly. Let's inhale again. Inhaling. Now let's see if we can synchronize that exhale with our arms. So let's exhale and move the arms at the same pace as that exhalation. All right, let's do that one more time. Let's inhale. And this time as we exhale, let's drop any weight that we've taken on throughout the day that may be between our neck and our shoulders. So as we exhale, release. Okay, I'm going to ask you to bring your hands back, inviting you to bring your hands back to your lap. And this time we're going to do a forward movement. So a seated cat-cow, if you're familiar with that pose or that transition there. But if you're not, we're just going to bring our chin up towards the ceiling, bringing our chest in towards our lap, allowing our back to arch. And that's with the inhale. And then with the exhale, we're going to do just the opposite, dropping our chin to our chest, extending our arms out, and allowing our abdominal area to come in and our back to come up, or like a hunch or back there. Okay? So I invite you to join me as we begin. Inhaling, exhaling. Again, inhaling, and exhale, feeling the full range of our back, our spine. Two more. Let's inhale. And exhale. And last one. Let's inhale. And exhale. All right, now let's come back to our seated position. Hands on our lap. This time I'm going to invite you to bring both arms back up by your ears, but we're going to start adding a twist. I'm going to start to add a twist here. So as we inhale, bringing both arms up by your ears, elongating our spine with the inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to twist to our right or my right. You can twist to either side that's available for you in your space. Hold it here and let's inhale. And as we exhale, come back to center. Inhale again. And as we exhale, dropping the arms. And as you will know, we're going to do that on the opposite side. So please join me again as we inhale. Exhale, turning to the opposite side. Holding it here. Inhaling. Exhale. Coming back to center. Inhale. And as we exhale, drop the arms. Right? We're going to do that again, but we're going to add on. This time as we exhale, instead of just staying to the side, we're going to invite the left arm to cross over to the outside of the right knee, feeling that twist. And if you need to, if you feel like you're losing your balance or not stable in the chair, place that right arm under the chair or under your bum to help stabilize your body as we twist to one side. Okay, so when you're ready, I invite you to join me as we inhale. Remember twisting, exhale. Now you can either leave that arm up, or again, if you're feeling a little unstable, bring it under the chair or under your bum. And we're going to inhale again, turning the chin, over that right shoulder. Exhaling. Inhale again, bringing the arms up. And as we exhale, coming back to center. Keeping our arms up, we're going to inhale and twist to the opposite side. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale again, deeper twist. Exhale. Inhaling this time, bringing the arms back up. And with the exhale, coming back to center. We're going to do that one more time on each side. So let's inhale. And this time I change my arm and I put my arm behind my chair. Exhale. Inhale, deeper twist, bringing the chin over the shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, bringing both arms back up. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, twisting to the left this time. Exhale, crossing the arm. Inhale, deeper twist, bringing that chin over the shoulder. Exhale. Inhaling, bringing both arms back up. With the exhale, coming back to center. Inhale one last time. Nice deep inhale, elongating the spine. And as we exhale, dropping the arms in sync with our breath. And hold it there. Now, if your blocks are not in front of you where you can reach them, I invite you to bring your block over, just one. And you can choose, once we do our forward bend, we're going to start a half seated salutation, sun salutation, seated, I should say. And as we bend forward, we're going to reach for the block, and you can, as we start stretching our bodies, you may want to keep the block straight, on one side or this side, or even up higher, okay, depending on how high you are from the floor. And if you don't need the block, then when we bend forward, you're invited to place your palm on your mat or on the floor, okay? So just have the block there so that it's available to you, okay? So for our first half salutation, we are going to bring our arms up as if we're doing a swan dive. So not all the way together, inhaling. And as we do our forward fold, exhaling, you may find like me that you may need to move your feet out a little more to allow your chest to come into your lap, right? Holding your arms, crossing your arms, and just allowing your head, and you may not hear me, so I'm lifting, just allowing your head to hang just for a moment, almost as if we were doing a ragdoll from a standing position. Just holding it here. And if you would, let's twist to our right side as we continue to breathe. As we exhale, come back to the center. And as we inhale, twist to the left side. And as we exhale, come back to center, rolling our back up, bringing our arms apart, rolling the back up, inhaling. And as we exhale, swan dive back down. This time with one arm, placing the left arm on the block, either way that you desire. And if you can put your full palm on the mat or on the floor in front of you, then I invite you to do so. We're going to twist again, bringing the right arm up towards the ceiling, holding it there, bringing the right arm down, breathing, synchronizing the breath work with your hands, twisting, bringing the left arm up this time and holding it here. As we bring the left arm back down, placing both palms together, and again, rolling the back up as we inhale, coming back up into our starting position. Swan diving again as we exhale. Same thing with the left arm coming down. And if you're using the block, like so, twisting the torso, bringing the right arm up, holding it there. Exhaling, bringing the right arm back down, twisting and exchanging the hands on the block, twisting your torso, inhaling, bringing the left arm up this time. Exhaling, bringing the left hand down, and this time we're going to come up with a straight back. So as we come up, instead of rolling the back, we're going to use the lower lumbar. And if that's too much pressure on your back, then go back to rolling your back up. But if you can, with a straight back, come up. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing the arms to the side. Bringing the feet back together in front of us on the chair. And I'm going to ask that we, as if we were doing our warrior three, the warrior three from the chair, we are just going to hold on to the bottom of the chair and extend the right leg out, extending it out, but up off the chair, holding it there with the inhale. And as we exhale, bringing the right foot back to the mat, or back to the floor. As we inhale, we're going to switch or shift our weight to prepare to lift the left foot up. So as we inhale, bringing the left foot up. Again, for a warrior, we're not balancing that foot on that leg, on the chair. So bring that left leg up. And as we exhale, bring the left leg back down. Shift our weight back to the right. Inhaling. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to bring our knee into our chest. So inhaling with the right, bringing the knee up into the chest. Exhale. Shift our weight. Inhaling, bringing the left knee up into the chest. And exhale. All right, are we ready to stand up? So we're now going to do most of the movements that we just did in the chair from a standing position. So I'm going to move my chair over here. Sure, I'm giving myself enough space here. Okay. So I'll give everybody a few moments because they may have to do like I did and move that chair to give them space. If they want to move it. Where my blocks are. So now we're going to start with that half salutation. Okay. So if you remember, we inhale, bringing our arms up as if we were doing a swan dive. As we exhale, and I forgot to tell you to bring your blocks, so hopefully your blocks are by you, because as we exhale, we're going to the floor, and if that hand can't reach that floor, then, or that mat, then grab that block, okay? So we're gonna place both hands on the mat or on the floor in front of us, holding it there, and this time we're gonna hang as if we are doing a ragdoll, just hanging. Now my arms are long, so they're touching the floor. So therefore, I can't really allow them to hang. But as you lean forward, just hold it there. And we're gonna come back to center, and we're gonna round the back and bring ourselves up with an inhale, rounding the back. And as we come up, we'll roll the shoulders. And as we exhale, we're gonna push. Okay, let's do that again. As we inhale, all the way down to our mat, exhaling. Inhale, rounding the back. Roll the shoulders and exhale. All right, adding back on with the twist. So this time as we inhale, we'll bring both hands towards the mat, or towards our toes for our block. But now we're going to place one hand, one palm on the mat, and we're going to twist the torso, bringing the other hand towards the ceiling, holding it there. And as we exhale, bring that hand back, exchanging it with the block if you had it on the block, or with the mat, twisting the torso, holding it there, bringing that hand back to the mat, and rolling as we come up, rolling the back, rounding the shoulders, and exhaling. Okay, as we add on, we're going to start with the half salutation. So as we go all the way down, we're going to come back up to a flat back, halfway, placing our hands above our knees to a flat back. Then we're going to exhale and go back down to the floor or to the mat. And then we're going to come up with a straight back. And if I lost you, just stay with me, okay? So let's inhale, swan dive, exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway up, hands above the knees, coming down to a flat back or almost like that cat-cow, but for that flat back, holding it there. Exhaling, going back to the mat. And inhaling, coming up with a flat back. And again, if that's too much on the lower lumbar, then round it as we were doing in the beginning. How's everybody doing? All right, let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We're gonna keep it going. Exhale. Inhale. Go at your pace. Go at your pace. If you need to go faster, exhale. Right. Inhale all the way up. 2 more times. Exhale. Halfway. Back down. All the way up. Last one. Back down. All the way up. Come up on your toes if you can. Feel that stretch. Exhale, bringing the arms down, coming back down on the heels. All right, now I need my towel because my nose is glistening. All right, And if you need to take a sip of water, do so. We're about to move to our mat. Okay, so I want you to come down on the mat on your hands and your knees, if you can. We're going to do the other part of that sun salutation, but we're going to do this at a much slower pace. So we're going to come to a plank, and I'm going to demonstrate from my knees first. So I'm going to extend my hands out, leaning my body forward. And if you like to keep your feet flat, you can keep your feet flat. Just bring your bum in so that it's not above your back. So bringing the bum in for a straight back and holding it there with extended arms. Let's come back to our hands and knees. And this time, as we extend, we're going to lift our feet up so that we're totally on our knees and our arms. Holding it there again, bring the bum in so that it's not sticking up. Putting the weight on our arms with the extended arms. Okay. Now, we're going to come back to our hands and knees. And this time I'm going to curl my toes under as I prepare to lift my body for a full extended arm plank. So when you're ready, please join me or do one of the options that I just showed you, because we're going to hold it here for just a moment. So let's begin. Extending, hold it. Let's breathe. Exhale. Again, breathe. Exhale. Let's do one more. Breathe. Exhale. All right. Drop to the knees. Release the toes. Come back into a child's pose. So now we're going to come back on our legs. Coming back and allowing our forehead to come onto our mat, stretching our back. And holding it here now. As we breathe, allowing our back to stretch out. Child's pose is always a wonderful rest pose. So hold it here. And I'm going to give you options now on the elbows, okay? So I'm going to come back. And you can stay in that child's pose while I demonstrate, or you can join me. All right, but I'm just going to come down to the elbows this time. And I'm going to bring my body forward with the feet flat, bringing the body forward, allowing my weight to come down on my elbows this time, tightening my bum under me. And now that I'm down on my elbows, it's not as much weight or on my arms. Okay, but now we're going to come back up. And this time we're going to raise our feet, coming back down on our knees and bringing our upper body flat on our elbows. A little more weight this time, right? All right. So now dropping the knees, dropping the feet. I'm going to curl my toes as I prepare to lift my body. But before I do so, check my wardrobe, tucking everything in. All right. Coming down on the elbows, curling the toes. And this time I'm going to raise. And yes, this time the elbows have all the weight. So let's breathe. Exhale, holding it here. Again, breathe. Exhale, holding it here. Last one. Breathe. Exhale, holding it here. All right, dropping the knees. Uncurling the toes. Bringing our entire body onto our mat. Allowing our head to come down to the mat. We would have our forehead on the mat. I'm going to turn my head so that my voice will still carry. All right, bring our hands back behind our back. And this time we're going to raise our chest, holding it here. Breathe. Exhale. Again, inhaling. Breathe. Exhale. Last one. Breathe. Exhale. Releasing the hands, bringing them under your shoulders. As we prepare this time to lift our feet, we're going to bring our hands straight back to our side. And your upper body can stay straight, but it's going to come up off the mat just a little. All right. So as you're resting, this would be the rest. And as we inhale, we're going to come up and hold it here. Feet off the mat, chest off the mat, hands off the mat. Holding it here. Let's inhale and release. Again, breathing and release. Last one, inhaling and release. Releasing the feet, releasing the shoulders, releasing our neck. Coming back down on the forehead. All right, we're gonna bring our palms, our hands under our shoulders. We're gonna come up, but we're not gonna stay on our knees. We're gonna come back to that child's pose again, because that is the rest as well as stretch to release our back from the muscles we just used in our back. Holding it here, breathing through, holding it here. All right, great time. Breathing. One more. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Now we're going to have a seat. So we're going to come down on our bum, bringing our legs forward with our knees up and our feet flat. And coming back down on your back as well. So bringing our head down to the mat. Allowing our head time. So I'm going to ask you, if you would, to just raise your midsection off the mat for just a moment. And this time as you go back down, allowing your back to come to the mat before your bum does, okay? So we're taking that arch out. So rolling or rounding our back so that our back comes down to the mat, removing that arch that would normally be there for a moment as we stabilize ourselves on our mat. All right. So I'm going to ask you to bring your feet together, your knees together, bring your arms up beside your shoulders. And we're going to twist again, dropping our knees to the right side, leaving our torso straight, or straight as long as you can. All right, dropping the knees, breathing, inhaling, and exhale. Bring the knees back to center. And of course, we're going to drop them to the opposite side now, leaving the torso straight, dropping the knees to the opposite side, inhaling, and exhale. All right, bringing the knees back to center, feet back flat on the mat. Bringing our hands down beside our bum, palms down. We're going to spread our feet just a little as we prepare for a bridge pose. Okay. So as we spread our feet, as we move into the bridge, we may even find that we want to move our feet closer to our hands as we make room for our legs and our back to take our weight again. So as we inhale, we're going to lift up off the mat, lifting our midsection off the mat here and holding it, bringing in the tummy, bringing in the glutes, holding it here. And as we exhale, let's come back down to the mat. Again, rounding the back so that the back meets the mat before the bum. All right. Now, you may need to find that you had to rearrange your feet a little to hold that bridge pose. So however you needed to rearrange your body, do so, because we're going to do a few more bridge poses, okay? So let's inhale as we raise our midsection. And as we exhale, we're going to come down, but we're not going to relax this time. As soon as the bum touches the mat, we're going to come back up, inhaling and tightening the core and tightening the glutes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Coming all the way down. All right, now that your back is resting on the mat, you may need to slide your feet out just a little bit so that you're not bending the knees, overextending your knees, okay? But don't flatten them yet, because we are going to go back up into a bridge pose. As we go up and move back into the bridge pose, we're going to extend the right leg up this time. And we're going to do the same thing with four movements, like so, with the right leg extending. And then we're going to switch to the left leg. And I am watching my time. All right, so I'm going to bring my feet back in a little closer to prepare to raise my midsection. But again, I'm just tucking so that for the shirt does not roll up as we come up, all right? So let's prepare to raise our body. Inhaling, bringing the feet in to make sure that I have my balance and my feet don't slide from underneath. I'm gonna bring the right foot up now, extending it. And we're going to come down. And again, as soon as the bum touches, we're gonna come back up. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. All right, bring that right foot back to the mat. And we're going to shift our weight to prepare to do the same thing on the left side. You're ready? Let's come back up to that bridge, bringing that left foot up this time. And let's exhale, down, inhale, exhale. 4, inhale, exhale. 3, inhale, exhale. 2, inhale, and exhale. 1, let's give it one more. Inhale, and exhale. Feels like my foot is slipping with these socks on. But bring the foot, your left foot, back to the mat. All right, let's extend that right leg out. We're gonna cross the left over the right. So bringing our body, twisting our body, allowing that right foot to touch, if it can, the mat or the block, but bringing it down as far as you can, but leaving your torso twisting, so twisted. So leaving your torso facing forward as much as you can. Okay, hold it there. All right, we're going to bring that left knee back up, planting that left foot back on the mat, extending the left foot up, and interchangeably bringing the right foot back up. Now crossing over with the knee, I need more space. Crossing over with the knee, leaving the torso as straight as you can. Holding it here, breathing through it. All right, bringing our body, bringing that right foot back up now. And once that right foot is on the mat, extending that right foot. And now we're going to go into our guided rest. So you can, at this time, if you need to, grab your blanket. I didn't say a pillow. If you need a pillow or your bolster, then grab or one of those items. And I say a blanket, even though it's warm, if your body temperature, once we slow down and we lay here on the mat, our body temperature will start to drop and you may start to get a little chilly. And if you did glisten at all or perspire just a little bit, those areas will start to let you know that they are damp because you'll feel a little chill. Okay. So as we come to the time where we're going to rest, make yourself as comfortable. You may want to put that bolster under, let me just show you. You may want to put that bolster under your legs or pillow, just under your legs there, holding it there. I think it may be a little too high for your neck, but you may want to find a pillow or roll your towel if you have your towel with you. Roll your towel and place it under your neck like so. Bringing your hands to your side, or if your elbows still touch the mat, you can clasp your hands over your abdominal area and allow your elbows to, oh my goodness, clasp your hands over your abdominal area and allow your elbows to rest on the mat. Whichever is more comfortable for you. Just a couple of suggestions. All right. And hopefully I've given you time to find a position that is comfortable for you. Now, just as we did in the chair, I'm going to ask that you take a few deep breaths with me. And while we're breathing, just focus on the areas of your body that move and the direction that they move in as we breathe. So if you would please join me here as inhale, nice deep breath in, and exhale. Nice long deep breath out. Let's do that one more time together as we inhale. And exhale. Okay, now I think that as you noticed while you're lying, that exhalation feels like it's a lot deeper than it did when we were seated in the chair. So now I'm going to invite you to either soften your gaze by just looking down at your nose, or if you're in a safe space where you can close your eyes, I will invite you to close your eyes. We're going to take those 2 breaths again. And I just want to invite you to release. As your diaphragm comes back down and your gravity takes hold of your back, you also feel that it takes hold of your shoulders, and even your neck. So just feel your way through that inhalation and that exhalation. And just make it yours. So with your gaze, with your softened gaze or your eyes closed, let's inhale together, a nice deep inhalation. And exhale. And we're going to do one more together. So let's inhale. And exhale. So now I'm going to ask that you continue with the breath at your own pace, but each time taking a deep inhalation and a longer exhalation. And as you breathe, each time you exhale, you will feel your body start to let go. So just notice the areas of the body that start to let go. Some of the areas may have had a little tightness or tension in them that you didn't even realize because you were controlling everything. So in this safe space, we want to release the control. Just allow our body to relax. So as you inhale, the next time you exhale, feel the release between your neck, the tip of your neck and your head, the back of your head that's on the mat. With the next exhalation, feel the release between the bottom of your neck and your shoulders. With the next release, release the shoulders and allow them to come back onto the mat. So feel the shoulders release. The next time we release, we're going to focus on the lungs. As we fill our lungs, just release without even pushing the air through. They do their jobs automatically. With the next release, bring your attention to your elbows. Have your hands flipped over to the open position if they were closed, or if your hands were clasped over your abdominal area. Have your elbows started to extend or expand, causing your hands to start to come loose? And if they have, and you're ready to release them to the floor, please feel free to do so. With the next breath, let's travel down with our diaphragm. It comes from our lungs and drops down into our abdominal area. Just feel that muscle as it continues to work with every breath that we take. Give gratitude that that muscle is intact, that it works. Pushing our air through our body. With the next exhale, release the tension of the lower lumbar of the back because we've used our back, our spine, and now we just want to release that area, there's any tightness or anything caught up in that area, straight backs or flat backs or the ragdolls, just release it. As we work our way down this exhalation, release the glutes. We may still be lying here with the tightness and up on, as we're lying on them, release them so that the back can relax flat on your mat. And when you release them, you may feel a shift in your body, which will cause your arms and your hands to shift, but it's okay. You're grounded and you're free to release tension. With the next exhalation, release any tension that may still be in the pelvic area, as we're now going to release our legs from that pelvic area. As we release the glutes, release the pelvic area, allow our legs to relax. No muscle tone here. We're releasing the muscles, allowing the legs to relax as well. So the quadriceps, hamstrings are resting also, which will then guide us down to our knees. So once we release our knees, they may decide that they want to drop to the side also and no longer be straight. The next breath, we're going to release the calves, coming on down to the ankles, and then allowing the toes to drop to the side if they haven't already, with just our heels touching the floor. As our body releases each exhale, just think of ourselves grounded on the floor, but also weightless, without any weight, holding any barriers, holding our bodies up, and without any stress or tension weighing us down. We've released all the weight, and let's just enjoy this freedom for a moment. Your me space. This is your me time. It may sound a little selfish, but sometimes we need this me time to rejuvenate so that we can take our me's and go and serve all the people that we serve each and every day. So enjoy this time. And if you're in a space where you can stay, then feel free to stay. But for any others, I'm going to slowly bring you back. Just asking you to wiggle your toes. Start to wiggle your fingers. Start to turn your feet in and out like wiper blades on the car. Moving the ankles now. Do the same thing with the hands. Palms up, palms down. Warming the body back up. But bring the knees up, but to the side. So they're going to stay on the mat, And I'm going to ask whichever side, if it's your right or your left that's facing the camera, then roll to that side, bringing your arm up under your head. As you roll over, using the opposite arm to just help push your torso up. And if you haven't already, open our eyes and swing our legs back around to the front. Remember, if you're in a safe space and you can stay there, then stay there. Stay where you were in that ground space. But if we have to move on with our day, then we're going to sit up and we're just going to take a few deep breaths, our last couple of deep breaths together. As we inhale, exhale, focusing on an object or a space in the room, in the space where you are. Inhale and exhale. Two more if you can. Inhaling, exhale. And for the last one, inhaling and exhale. So I would like to thank you for joining me this evening or today and allowing me to share my practice. If you decide to return to join me again, if you are ever having any areas that are troubling you, then please feel free to put that in the chat. And before we, get started, then I'll try to look at it and just think about some movements or some poses that we can do to help you in those areas, okay? So that even if I have to alter the routine that I had, we're here to serve one another. We're here together. So this class allows me to move just as it is helpful and allows you to move. And for our little one that joined us today too, thank you so much for spending time with us today, because you could have been doing whatever else you wanted to do, but you took the time also to show gratitude to yourself and to your family for taking this me time as well. So a little gratitude, and then I'm going to say namaste. Thank you all so much, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Namaste. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is this an every week class?
Yes, every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday? Okay, then. All right. I'll see you next week.
All right. Well, thank you.